it's not an easy trip.
I've got it on
So the beautiful
No
photos
problem.
they sent me were from the boat, because they take a boat, or they just.
John Leo.
Yeah.
Glenn, how are you?
Good. Still recovering.
Been rough?
Yeah.
Oh, Bernie has another one next door for 3.
This is your first meeting, right?
Right.
Did we ever swear you in?
So it's.
We need to do
my
that.
property,
Do you know where,
right after Horseshoe Bend, my property.
do you know where,
275 property.
Nick's swearing in
And then
thing
right
is?
next to that, so there are 3 lots in a row.
Really?
Yeah. But the
Are you
middle one
building?
is. What?
Are you building?
Yeah, at my mom's property.
Oh, so you're gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gonna be gone.
Yeah, I have to, I have to.
Use mine.
Husband and I did.
Maddie.
You are.
Have you heard from Bob Dummer?
No. I left him a message like a month ago and he never called me back.
I think I reached out to him too.
Yeah, I haven't spoken with him. It's weird. I mean, I would have thought he would call me back.
I would think. The last time I talked to him, which was a while ago, he was looking forward to re-engage once he got his certificate of occupancy.
God, he's gotta be close.
I cannot imagine what's left to do.
Right? It looks so cute from the outside.
I have a chance to go in March, but I don't.
I don't think I've met you. I'm
I
Kristen
know.
McDonald.
Hi, Kristen, Glenn Hunter.
Oh, nice to meet you,
How are
Glenn.
you?
Hi, Kim Morris,
Hi, Kim Glenn.
Maddie Hines.
Hi, Maddie.
Jeff James.
Hi, Jeff.
I went to California for 4 days. And
Well, next time I see his truck driving in the driveway up there, I mean, he's up there more
I
frequently.
6 great grandchildren
Yeah, you'll have to, yeah. Oh, shouldn't he be here today?
for the first time.
Oh, my goodness.
The oldest one is 9.
Wow. Well, he's got about
3.
30 seconds.
No,
No.
4.
I'll be
Another
patient
one's
and
on the
wait and not get this
Be positive.
baby started, yeah.
Very lady.
All right, so
Back.
I'll never see my great grandchildren unless I live to be 100.
Glenn Nick is just down at the bank. He's gonna swing in
Well,
because he's got the key to the vault with the book that we
unless
have
my
to have you
grandkids
sign.
kids really young,
But we'll-
she probably will.
I think we can start the meeting. We just have to have sworn in at some point, right?
Yeah.
I was almost
30
Was I
when I
supposed
had
to
my
bring
younger
my
son.
paper
My other
from
2
last
kids
time?
because
I'll
he
just
was
read it
over
off
30.
here.
Yeah.
So I need a copy.
Sure. I'll call the meeting to order. Victor, are you doing the roll call? Jeff is? Okay. Roll call, please, sir.
We'll start with Kim Morris.
Here.
Kristen McDonald.
Here.
Jeff James.
Was here.
John Leo. Here. Bob Toma. Is not here. Maddie Hines.
Here.
And Glenn Hunter.
Here.
We have a quorum plus extra, which is good because we're going to be reviewing the bylaws. So it's always good to have as many people here for that as possible. So
Wonderful.
we have a quorum.
Did we approve the minute, or are we just approving minutes from the last time we approved minutes?
Well, we approved minutes and we appointed the new chair and we approved the schedule at that meeting.
Oh, gotcha.
So there were a few items that we did at that. And then we started the discussion of the bylaws, but then you requested a red line copy, which we have today.
Which was very helpful.
Great. Any questions on the minutes?
It looked okay to me. I would make a motion to approve.
I would second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that passes. This is our public time.
I know. Good.
Okay, Nancy's good. Okay, so let's move into the bylaws. Did
First,
anyone?
I'd just like to introduce Glenn. I think he was nominated or appointed to the ZBA a while ago, I think towards sometime last year. We just hadn't really had a meeting before, and then he missed the last one that we had. So he's joining us. We've had a chance to talk about what we do, and I'm just welcoming him to the
Welcome.
board. So,
Looking forward to participating.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Do you have any more copies of?
I can go print a couple more right now. We also have it up on the screen if you can read that, or is that?
There's one behind us.
Maddie, I'll hand you this one and I can look at the screen. I just read all that
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm good.
So there's two main sections. There's a few little tidbits of, minor changes throughout, but mostly the changes are all in two sections. One, Jim Raymer pointed out, and I think I included his email in last month's packet, that there were some changes to the Michigan Zoning Enabling Act. And so we updated language in our code for some of those changes to stay in comparison and, with what we need to do for that. The other change that we see, we added a whole new section. Previously, we had our bylaws, and then we had adopted a couple of rules of operation individually that were separate rules. We've just incorporated all of those rules directly into the bylaws here so that it's all in one document. And if you remember, the main rule that we had done before was appeals of administrative decision. Previously, we didn't really have anything in our bylaws addressing those, what the time frame for them being able to appeal or anything like that. So we created that rule and adopted that language that was similar to what the Michigan Zoning Enabling Act has. We've just incorporated that into this document. So that's the whole section that's been added here. Beyond that, I don't think I have anything else specific to mention. If you guys had a chance to read it, any questions on anything?
I read through it with the red line. It all makes sense. Now, this does not include the conflict of interest. We've standardized across all of the bylaws, and it includes the conflict of interest.
I think we've had conflict of interest information in here for quite some time.
Just checking.
Yeah. The only other thing that I would point out, and I think it's in here, it's not necessarily conflict of interest, but Bob Toma has been brought back onto the ZBA. He's also been appointed by City Council to serve on the Planning Commission as well. So, and I'll mention this to him. It's not really a conflict of interest issue, but it sort of is. Because he's serving on both of those boards, he can't participate in he can't participate in discussion and vote on an issue that the other board has taken action on. So if there's a topic of conversation that the Planning Commission and the ZBA are both looking at, whichever one reviewed it first, he can participate in that. But then when whichever board or committee looks at it the second go, he would not be able to participate and vote there. It would, I believe it would be viewed as similar to a conflict of interest, and he wouldn't participate.
That's gotta be real rare, though.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. One situation, probably the one that comes to mind the closest, is a situation like Irish Boat Shop, where the Planning Commission reviewed and approved the site plan. And then there was an appeal of that decision by the Planning Commission, which would then come to the ZBA, and he would have to recuse himself because he's already taken it and voted on it there. And I'll mention that to him too. I haven't had an opportunity, but that's the only other thing. But
Nick is here.
Nick is here to yell at you, Glenn.
Galak Mr. Glenn Hunter into ZBA. You would repeat after me, sir. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of the state.
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Zoning Board of Appeals
We will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Zoning Appeals
of the City of Harbor Springs, State of Michigan,
of the City of Harbor Springs, State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
You're committed now, sir.
Thanks for coming in, Nick.
No worries. I was up at the bank trying to get money, and they didn't want to give it to me without a gun, so
Right.
Have a good night, folks.
Jeff, it was August 7th, 2017 that we did the conflict of interest.
Oh, that's when we did it? Okay.
Yeah, great.
We're in the next session. Yeah, I think, can't think of anything. I think most of this was just, tightening things up, making sure that we're complying with the normal rules and regulations. Just updating things that Jim saw needed to, and then compiling some of our other rules all into this document. Beyond that, I don't have any other thoughts. If anybody else has any questions or a section that they'd like us to review or has any thoughts of wording changes?
So we vote on this
If-
document and
if
then it goes
we're-
to the.
If we're happy with the way it looks, then we would need a motion to approve the amended changes to the bylaws and send them on to, because ultimately city council will also review them as well.
I move that we approve the amended bylaws.
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Nice job. No, but it's
Yeah.
good to be
Oh, yeah.
going through some of these documents.
Yeah.
When we touch them, it turns out they haven't been touched for a long time.
We'll do this annually. Well, basically the January meeting is typically the organizational, review of the bylaws, the schedule with the new chair. See if we have any updates we want to make to it or need to make to it or whatever.
It's a good change.
Any other comments that we can
We will
address
have-
right now?
We will have a meeting in March. We did receive an appeal, so we will have something scheduled for then.
When will we be getting a packet?
I'll try and send it to you as soon as possible because it is going to be a big packet. This is an appeal of an administrative decision, so there will be a lot of information there. We just received it today, so we have to compile everything, put the notice in the paper, but I should be able to, when we do the notice, I think at that point we'll have everything and we'll give it to you guys so that you'll
Is
have.
this a big box full of drawings?
Yeah.
I was here when it was delivered. That's the appeal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Could I then give you my new address if you're dropping documents off? Are you gonna have the police do that or are we coming down?
I don't think so. We haven't been delivering. I think we primarily for other boards, we've just been sending out the email with the PDF, obviously with bigger plans. So I think what I'll do is to save time for the police department because they were delivering things for us. I think what I'll do is I'll send out the packet with all of the PDF information, but then I'll have hard copies here. And then if everybody would just take the opportunity to come down and pick it up, if that's okay, if that'll work for us. That'll save the police department time from doing that, so.
What is the date of the next one? The 9th?
It's the second Wednesday,
March 9th.
so March 9th.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll try and get that out to everybody as quickly as we can, because it will more than likely be a bigger packet, so. That's all I have.
Anybody else have anything to mention? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Sure, motion to adjourn.
I second.